Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Lost Audio. Basically, today I want to talk about using automatic gain controller from Melda, M-A-G-C. I mean, it's similar to like an envelope follower. Actually, I think it is an envelope follower, but it's a really, really good envelope follower. And you can use it for a lot of different things, and it's super powerful for sound design, for mixing, for just getting your mix to sound really, really clean. And if you've got a lot of reverb tails going on or saturation and stuff like that, that's extending tails, this can really fix it and make things a lot nicer. And I'm going to do a demonstration for you and explain why you should be using it. And I recently figured this out, and so now I'm passing this on to all of you. And I hope this information finds you well and you do cool stuff with it. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up a Pro Q, and let me make this a little larger. We'll pull up a Pro Q, and I'm going to add MAGC after it. It's a Melda plugin. It's an amazing plugin. And what you want to do with the routing here is you want to turn the speed probably like 1/64th. So if you double click and you pop open that menu, based on whatever your BPM is, it'll look at your host BPM, and you'll be able to switch it to a value that is, musical. So 1/64 is normally pretty good. If you go lower than that, sometimes you get a bit of distortion from just the volume trying to keep up with the original volume. And so why is this cool? Why is this like super, super powerful? So if you used Pro Q before, or you've used an EQ, a regular EQ before, actually it might be smarter to do it with just the EQ8 here at the bottom. And so I'll bring this here, and these are kind of the settings I use. And what's important is that you point the sidechain to the channel that you put it on. So this is channel 14. So I'm going to set the sidechain in Ableton here on the plugin itself to sidechain 14. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want it to reference its original volume. So now any changes that I make before the MAGC are going to not matter at all. And it will automatically gain control based on the original volume. So that means that all the plugins before MAGC is going to color the sound only, and the dynamics are going to stay exactly the same. So no matter how hard I push this EQ, the volume is not going to change. So we can see this. I'll play the little demo that I have here, so you have the context. So you get the idea. So what I want to focus on is this sound here. And let's say I just wanted to test some stuff out and wanted to, try EQing it differently. I don't have to gain compensate every single time I make an EQ curve or I boost something up. So like, let's say I just want the sound to have a lot more high end, but I don't want the volume to change at all. And I've got MAGC at the end. This is automatically going to just fix the volume for me. It'll gain stage for me. Right. And you can turn on this psychoacoustic pre-filtering here, and that might give you a more accurate representation of the volume, because it's trying to like model how we hear things. So higher frequencies are just going to sound louder when they're boosted. So this will try to fix that. So notice how I'm boosting crazy, and there's no pre-ringing. There's no self-oscillating with this EQ. That would blow your eardrums out if I didn't have MAGC on there. And I'm not going to do it, but now you can kind of tell like how powerful this is, right? So it's like, no matter what I do EQ-wise, distortion, it will not change the dynamics. I'm distorting 25 dB with the saturator, and it's keeping the dynamics of the original sound. So what makes this so powerful is you're basically, this is like a timbre a timbre tool that allows you to change the tone of something without changing the volume. So it turns everything into just an automatically gain controlled, which I'm guessing is what MAGC stands for, automatic gain control plugin. So throw this at the end of your chain and it will always retain the dynamics as long as you have the speed slow enough. Let's inject some noise here. Drive it. Now in full context. Let's also add an EQ before it here, right? And we'll automate that going up frequency-wise. So, let's hear it now. Cool. Let's check this here. Just one of our samples from the UKB pack, and I think I did some processing to it and then froze and flattened it, but let's throw on MAGC here. We'll make it reference itself on the sidechain here, and then we'll do 1/64th, and we'll turn on the psychoacoustic pre-filtering. And now, nothing happened because it's referencing itself, and there's been no plugin before it to change the volume or do anything like that, right? So what we can do is maybe throw a reverb on there, some time-based effects that have an effect and blur the sound a little bit, right? If we use this, that makes it so that the reverb is not going to affect the volume whatsoever. So when the original sound is not playing, the reverb can't play. It's like doing this, like I'm gonna just put full wetness on the reverb. So you basically have a insanely clean reverb if you put it before the MAGC here. Right, let's add a saturator. We'll saturate the reverb as well. Like things that you would intentionally not do because it would mess up your dynamics. That sounds cool. Let's throw on an EQ before it, boost into it. Okay, all right. Be honest, is that not dope? Like, let's hear it on this part. That is insane. And the cool thing is, like, as long as I have it before here, and I want to, let's say, add more sub, I'm still chilling because it's not going to mess up my dynamics at all, and it'll automatically turn it down if the sub gets too loud. So, like, if I just boost the heck out of the sub, and we look at MAGC here, boost it really hard, it's just going to turn the volume down more. So I don't have to worry about my dynamics being super messed up. So I got my desired effect with the EQ before the saturator. Now I could just boost up the bass again. I have the effect from boosting that before, and I have the sub back up and loud. Let's try throwing some delay on this vocal here. Just get crazy with it because it literally doesn't matter what you put. The dynamics are going to stay chilling. I'm really tempted to hear what it sounds like without the MAGC. Should we try it? If this is super loud, I'll edit this in post so it's not gonna kill your ears. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but the difference is insane. I don't know. That seems like a crazy, crazy powerful tool to use on everything. So I've got another thing here. Now, let's say I have all these hats, right? And I want something in the background to take on, you know, kind of like help the hats out. So let's say if I just want some white noise, right? I'm gonna use some white noise. So I'm just gonna have white noise playing basically throughout the whole background of this song here, and I want to copy my sidechain from the hi-hats because I also want this sidechain, and I'm gonna put MAGC on here, and because there's just gonna be straight up white noise playing the whole time, terrible to listen to. I'm gonna EQ it so that it's just mostly the high end of the white noise here. Right? And now I'm going to get the sidechain input from my hi-hat bus, which is tops. So this, just this. Right? So nice. I've got white noise playing under that. If I don't have MAGC on there, we're going to hear just the white noise playing under everything. Right? Terrible. Right? Throw on MAGC, it's going to take on the dynamics of all the hi-hats that we already have. So now you retain the groove that you had with your hi-hats, but at the same time, you also add like a white noise sheen on top that will just fill out that high end there. And you don't have to worry about chopping up this white noise whatsoever. So if we solo the white noise, we hear nothing because we need it to be playing in order to hear it. So I'm just going to freeze and flatten the noise here, and you can listen to this solo now. It's following the dynamics of the original hi-hats. And so let's say we just have that chilling in the background. We fill up that hi-hat spectrum easily. Throw that on there in the background. Awesome. Okay, so that's cool. You can basically imprint the dynamics of any sound that you want onto another sound. And I feel like that's the coolest thing. It's not just to keep the volume of the original sound and then EQ before it or change it, use it as a tone filter, but use it as a way to basically link the dynamics from one sound and put them on another. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like an envelope follower. It's basically an envelope follower, but extremely powerful and really easy to use and free. So use MAGC. It's going to make your life easier. It's going to make you not have to worry about all the technical stuff and allows you to be creative, and you don't have to worry about volume. You don't have to worry about blowing your ears out from EQing too crazy. Go nuts. Okay, there are a couple more things that you can do with MAGC, which I can go over in another video if you guys like this. But in general, I think this is like a super, super strong plugin. And I think this concept is really powerful. And there are so many things that you can do with this. And I implore you to try it yourself. And if you like the video, please like the video. And if you want more stuff like this, subscribe because I'm going to be making way more stuff. and trying to give away as many secrets as I possibly can. When I figure out something, or if I have a secret that I've been doing a lot, I really want to get this out to people because I want to help people make cool stuff. Peace out, guys.